All right. So some of them, I've got a mixture today of some AI tools and some fairly ordinary tools as well too. But the first one, and some of these tools come up because people often ask me, do you know something that will do this? So invariably I do, because I've been researching online tools for about 7 years, and we're putting up a directory in our websites for just that very purpose. So if you're wondering what tool does what job, then very shortly we're going to have a directory out there with the ones that we've featured on this show here. But the first one I've got is shortening your links. Now, it's very difficult these days to get short domain names. I fortunately got one that was 5 letters long the other day, which is quite unique. Try getting one that's 4 letters long. It's really quite difficult. So often our domain names can be quite long. And sometimes you need to have something that's shorter that people can easily read and recognize. And that's where this app comes in, called short.io. Some of you may remember Bitly. The only problem with Bitly now is that sometimes the social media platforms ban those links. And I had one recently, which was a Bitly link, and it wouldn't allow me to use it because it said it was porn. So obviously someone had used a Bitly link for that purpose there. So the platform, can't remember the platform, but the platform itself decided that they're not going to allow any of those Bitly links on because it just categorized them all as being suspicious. So here's an alternative. This one is called short.io. And all you do is you grab your long link where you click on this Start for Free button, and then you can grab a long link, you paste it in. Actually, it's going to ask me to register and create an account and log in, which I won't do just at the moment. But you paste it in, and then it shortens it down to a very short link. So it could be short.io / my program, for instance. The other great thing about this too is that they have their own thing like short.io, own domain. You can also use your own domain as well too. So if you have another domain tucked away somewhere that you'd like to use for it, then you can actually use this service here and add your domain into it. So you're using your domain for that short domain. In fact, you can use a number of domains if it is helpful as well. So you might have a domain that's maybe related to a book that you've written, a particular project that you put together, a tool or a service that you are selling, but you've got all of these on your website or on landing pages. Great way to be able to sort of send it through to a landing page. And if you're using something like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or one of those services, maybe you don't want the link that they've got, or you don't have a domain set up on that, or on Canva, for instance, then you can use a short domain to do that there. So the other thing too is that with these short domains, they have stats with them as well. So you can see whether how many people have clicked on it, and from what source as well. So you'll be able to see whether it's from, say, Facebook or LinkedIn or Pinterest, or an email campaign that you sent out. So you get stats so you can see which was the most effective campaign that run. And the other thing you can do behind this too is you can create a QR code. So this has the ability for you to create a QR code, and you can put that on your business cards, your brochures, or if you're at places like expos or networking events and you've got a banner, always good to have a QR code on your banner as well too. And these days, and like this as well, you can have a QR code that you can change the link in behind it. So you can keep the same QR code on the banner, and you can decide where it's going to point on the day, or depending on what campaign you're running as well too. So this one here, they do have a sort of a pricing plan. They do have a free plan here. And then they've got a range of prices depending on what you need. But the free plan is pretty generous. It gives you 1,000 links. So you're going to have 1,000 short links. So that's probably more than most of us are going to use. And 50,000 tracked clicks as well, which is, again, that's probably a lot for our businesses as well too. So that one there is called short.io, and that is for shortening your links. So these links, we will drop these into chat. If you're not sure where chat is, if you have a look at the bottom of your screen, there is an icon there that looks like a speech bubble. It's got chat written underneath it. If you click on that, then you'll see the chat come up. And oh, look at that, you see some people introducing themselves, which is all good. So feel free to introduce yourself in chat as well too. All right, next one I've got, people ask me this all the time, and particularly for social media posts, is where do you get your emojis? And of course, if you're posting on your phone, then you've got a range of emojis that you can use there. But if you're like me, I generally create my copy on a computer because it's a lot easier to type with 5 fingers rather than 2 thumbs. And so in the copy that I'm writing up, and that's say for this particular show as well, I write the copy for that. And then we're wanting to put emojis in it. Why do you want emojis in it? Well, people's attention span these days has just been getting shorter and shorter, and people blame it on the young kids that are out there today, the Gen Zs and Gen Ys. But look, even some of us older people as well too, our sort of attention spans are getting shorter. Not sure whether it's because we're getting grumpier, but it is getting shorter. So this is a way of breaking up your text. And when you do break up text, the first tip is that break up your text into paragraphs based on 1 sentence. So 1 sentence paragraph. So this is if you're posting on social media. And then if you punctuate it with emojis, then you'll find that it draws the eye. It's a lot easier to read. So instead of bullet points, for instance, then you can use these emojis. So I have shown emoji sites before. Some of them are frustratingly slow because they're loading lots and lots of ads and whatever. But this one's quite a quick one, and it's an easy one to use. If you look down the left-hand side, there are a range of emojis to use, so you can decide, well, what is it you want? We're looking for something that is activity-based. And what's coming up? I suppose, no, Easter been? I think it has, isn't it? Yes, it has. I haven't got kids at school anymore, so I don't know when school holidays are and these Easter breaks. So let's say Halloween, that's coming up. So all you do is you just click on the emoji. You see that it pops up in the box at the top, and then you can just click to copy it, and then you can post it into any text that you like. And it works on pretty much every platform. So these are universal emojis. The interesting thing about them is that they're not really pictures. They're actually called, they're Unix code, so which is a programming language. And so every computer there uses Unix code. And so that's why these work across pretty much every application. So whereas sometimes if you get other emojis that work on, in some systems, they don't translate across to other systems. So particularly for them proprietary systems. So these ones work on everything. So it's really as simple as and you can copy and paste. So and the thing I like about this, it's quick. So it doesn't take years and years and years to load. This one loads reasonably quickly. So this one is called emojihub.org. All right, next one I have for us is, this one's sort of one called storyset.com. And if you're looking for things that are more caricatures rather than photographs, then this one has got a set of, I suppose you call it cartoon-like or line drawing images. So the good thing about this is that they're in a range of categories. So let's say you wanted to search for something in your business category. So let's say, what do we got? Few coaches here. So let's say you're looking for something in the coaching industry, then you'll just do a search for coach. And look at that, search for coach, buses come up. So this must be an American spelling. So let's go with the buses. Let's pick this one here, a London bus. And you can do some cool things like this, like change the colors of them. So just with the color palette, you can change the colors, or you can also add in your own colors as well too. So all of these will change color, and then you can download it as what they call an SVG file, which is a scalable vector graphic, which not very helpful if you're uploading to websites. You still need to convert it into a JPEG or a PNG, or you just download as a PNG. So which will be probably what most of us will do. So there are literally hundreds or thousands of graphics in here. So you're bound to find something that is going to work for you. So you could use it as a twist in some of your social media posts, in some of your marketing, or on your website where you want something a wee bit different to just a standard image of something like FreePic or some of those free image sites. So that one there is called storyset.com. And in the image theme as well, and in the vein of AI, this is a really cool image generator. And they've got a range of styles. So see on the right-hand side, these are all styles. Some of them are premium. So if they get a little lock on the side of it, they are premium, so you have to pay for it. But there's a good range of free ones as well too. So let's go for, say, cute animals. And then you can describe what the animal is. So let's say a placid cat with angry bird. And so the more descriptive you are, the better the image is going to come out. So there you go. I don't know, that's a pretty weird looking cat really, and it doesn't look too placid, but they've got a range of options that and you can keep regenerating images until you get something that you like. Some of them are quite frightening. Fortunately, there are not too many that come out with 6 fingers and 13 toes like some of the AI generated images. But if you do refine your prompt to describe it, then you can get some pretty cool looking images as well. That one's a bit strange, isn't it? But you know, and sometimes these strange ones might be good to use. I've seen some of them out on social media. There's a picture of Jesus, I think, on social media, which is doing the rounds at the moment, which has quite obviously been made by a tool or an AI tool, because people's hands are holding cup around the wrong way, and they've got you know, sort of 3 fingers and you know, sort of funny things happening. So you do need to be careful about, you know, when you are generating these images, that they're not too weird. I guess they'll only get better as they go along. So there you go, there's a couple of variations there. Oh, we've got a proper Angry Bird in here from that Angry Birds game. So that one there is called gencraft.com. And in the vein of books that I've been reading, this is a book that I have read recently. It is an older book, but it is a really good book. In fact, I didn't read it, I listened to it. A lot of my reading happens in the car while I'm driving. This one's called The One-Page Marketing Plan by Alan Dibb. So it is a really good way to create a snapshot of a marketing plan for you. He has a template for this to make it simple for you, and it really is a 1-page that you can create. You can stick it on your wall, stick it in front of you, and it's designed so you don't create your plan, stick it in your drawer, pull it out at the end of the year, and remember that you did this at the beginning of the year. This is supposed to be a living, working document. And the book itself is really good in that it explains each of the sections of the plan. Now, you can buy the book on Amazon, Audible, and the normal sort of online bookshops. But when you do get it, this is the marketing plan that he talks about. And the book is dedicated to just this one sheet. It really is a 1-page marketing plan. And so he's broken it up into 9 boxes. And each of the chapters of the books deals with one of these boxes, and it's almost like a workshop. So as you're listening to it, you can actually sort of just jot down here, you know, your marketing plan. So it really is sort of 1, 2, 3 words, you know, that are descriptive of it. So it's not long sentences. It's just so that, you know, when you look at it, you know what you're doing. So for instance, you know, what's my lead capture system? You might have 5 things. So you might write down lead magnet on website. You might write down Facebook, what do they call it? Lead ads into your CRM. So you might have 5 things that are the system. That's it. So you're not describing how it works. You're just jotting down what it is. And so it means that all stages during your business there, you're able to look at it, and it's really easy to just check off, say, am I doing this or am I not? So it looks like a really simple concept. Alan does go into it in sort of a bit more depth in this book, and it is a good listen as well too. It's one of those books that, you know, once you've listened through it once, it's good to go back and listen to it again, and you get new nuances coming through. So there again, that is the 1-page marketing plan. And that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for this evening. All right. So if you drop into chat, what was the one tool that you think is the one that interested you the most, or the one that you could probably spend the most amount of time with, or the one that you think that you'd explore when you've got a free moment, or maybe when you haven't got a free moment, when you've got a moment that you want to procrastinate off a job that you know you should be doing, but this one will help you to cope with life when you should be doing something else. So just jot that into chat. Of course, these are online tools. They are all in chat now. They're grouped into one box so that you can save that chat and click through to them at your leisure. We will also load these up to the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page or Facebook group. If you're not a member there, now's a good time to go to Facebook. Just search for Business Owners Smashing It Online, and we will, and if you join it, we'll add you to that group there, and you'll see all the other tools in there as well too. And of course, with these apps and tools, the reason why I bring these up and to profile these, it's really to help you to discover some tools that are hopefully helpful for you in business. If you do find them helpful, then always happy for you to feedback in that Facebook group. Tell us how you've used it, how it worked, and what you enjoyed about it. And if you do want any help with it as well too, then we do have a number of programs to help with your implementation. They're paid programs, but they're there and available to help with your implementation of these. All right, what do we got here? We have some votes for the marketing plan is a winner. Yep. GenCraft, short GenCraft, one-page marketing plan. What do we got? Short.io. So good for a client you work with. Fantastic. Story set, and my shirt. Oh, there we go. So always like to sort of wear something that's a bit muted on these shows. Thanks, Mayrose. All right, well, there's no clear winner there, so it looks like we've got good coverage across all of those tools. Fabulous. So enjoy those, and of course, if you've got any tool that you think that we should profile on here, let me know, and I am more than happy to, if it's a good one, showcase it here and credit you with the person who's introduced it to me.